Welcome back to another episode of Inside The Huddle. And we're back. This time, it's just me and one other person.
Dude, I'm back as well. Loaf. No more Isaac Vargo. No more boring Will Mygett.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to Mumble Mygett anymore. This time we're coming in a different format. Every episode a week. Also, next week we're going to hope that we can get some production so we have a camera on us so you can kind of have something to watch, But we're going to be doing some NBA, college basketball, MLB when it's time, all that fun stuff, the NFL, all of that.
Pretty much any sporting activity there is you think of, we're going to cover it.
Yeah, also, if you're a big-time WWE fan, we will be covering WWE, year-round. We'll probably touch on some significant pop culture stuff, too, if it,
Relates.
comes... Yeah, if it relates.
Somehow.
But, what do you want to start off with? You want to start off with just kind of looking at... I guess we can look at the NFL playoffs so far.
Yeah, we can start with a little recap. We can go back to the old days. Start off with a quick little... We just go over each game, see what we think, and then we can go maybe do some predictions.
Yeah, looking back at the season, my Detroit Lions securing the 1 seed with a bye in the playoffs, I hate to say it, I actually saw it coming. So, sadly, I wasn't able to do predictions, but, they've been chilling. In the NFC, though, it's been what you'd expect. The Eagles pick up a dub. The Commanders actually beat the Buccaneers, and last night we watched the Vikings and Sam Darnold get dismantled.
9 sacks.
Wow.
9 sacks. That is unreal. Now, I don't think Sam Darnold is that good, and I think he showed that, but also you got to feel bad for the guy. 9 sacks is absurd. It's hard to play quarterback when you get that much pressure on you. But I still think that Sam Darnold is not the QB that he was through weeks 1 through 16.
Yeah,
I think that he kind of showed his old self
his
in
true
the last
colors.
Yeah, 100%. I think that definitely hurt his stock for free agency. I think he would get paid a lot less than people thought. But that was definitely an interesting game to watch. That was for sure.
You kind of feel bad for the guy because he did so amazing, and then back-to-back weeks, the 2 biggest games of his career, to secure a 1 seed, and then his first playoff start, they lose. They get dropped 31 on their head, and he puts up 9 points back-to-back weeks. And now it's like, what's he going to do? The Vikings will probably go back to J.J. McCarthy now, and it just kind of sucks for him. But everything else in the playoffs, Lions are going to be playing the Commanders, and then the Eagles will be facing off against the Rams. It's most likely looking like it's going to be an Eagles-Lions NFC Championship. But
yeah. I think my biggest takeaway from this weekend is the teams that could run the ball succeeded. You look at all these games. Texans, Joe Mixon had over 100 yards. Chargers, I think their leading rusher was J.K. Dobbins, 26. Ravens, I don't even think I need to say, Derrick Henry, absolutely.
And Lamar Jackson. Absolutely dismantled the Steelers' defense. See the stats here. Derrick Henry had 186 yards on 26 carries. That is not okay. Saquon also had a big rushing game.
Saquon. Now, I will say Josh Jacobs did do good as well, but Saquon did run for more yards, and I think that also helped a lot. Bills, James Cook, 120 yards. The Broncos' leading rusher, Bo Nix with 43. And I think this is just kind of I guess the Buccaneers, Commanders, no one really got going, but the Buccaneers did have Bucky Irving, who towards the end of the game was getting some good amount of yards, and then last night Kyron Williams had a decent game. But I think that really does show how important the run game is, that the teams that could solidify the run kind of blew out the other team, and I think we're going to see that in the divisional round as well.
Yeah, I feel like especially, in college football you see that, people always think that the high passing offense is always going to, dominate, as we watch Ohio State kind of dismantle some teams. But at the end of the day, people underrate the solid run game and defense, and that's honestly the perfect formula for success.
Like Michigan last year, that was their bread and butter. Play defense, run the ball.
If you look at Michigan and Ohio State, the past however many years, 20 years or something, the team that rushes for more yards has won 19 out of the last 20 games. And that just shows you how important the run game is. And once again, the worst Michigan team in years. Biggest underdogs in Ohio State, it was like the biggest upset in the history of the program. And I mean, Michigan passed for 50 yards.
I'd probably something like that. Threw like 3 picks, something like that. The offense was literally just run the ball. That's all they could do, but it worked.
Yeah. So I mean, going over to college football, what a playoff it's been over there. I mean,
oh yeah.
All the 1 seeds lost, or all the bye teams all lost. Oregon
all the bye teams lost. The underdogs lost all the underdogs lost in the first round, and then in the second round, all the bye teams lost. So then you had 8, 7, 6, 5, and then you go from there. But I think my favorite game was obviously Notre Dame Penn State. That was a close game, but man, Drew Aller, what are you doing, man? That was a pass that he definitely wants back. In that situation, your one goal is just to either run out the clock or drive down and kick a field goal and win the game. You just cannot have that happen.
Yeah.
They had the game in the bag, honestly. Like, Notre Dame turned the ball over. I was like, yeah, this game's pretty much over. All they got to do is put together a semi-decent drive, get down the field, kick a field goal, win the game. And didn't happen.
You know what I mean? Here's what I'll say about Penn State. As awful as Drew Aller's been in the big time moments, you kind of look, he can't get it on against Ohio State. Year after year, you watch him just fumble the bag against Ohio State, and then selling again against Notre Dame. But you also have to look at it as, at what point do we start finally putting the blame on James Franklin? And I think if you're a Penn State fan, you have to be fed up with James Franklin. You're like, well, we made the playoffs, we won, 2 games, And my question to you Penn State fans that you're happy about this, it seems like you guys are pretty happy with just winning a bowl game or winning 1 or 2 playoff games and not doing anything, because that's the Penn State recipe. We're going to look like we want to compete for a national title, win a bowl game, lose the 2 biggest games of the season, and then be happy with it. And I mean, this playoff is it's just the James Franklin Invitational, because we're going to have every team that goes 10-2, loses the 2 biggest games, or 11-1 that loses the biggest game of the season. They're going to make the playoffs and play some bummy team and get a win. That's the Penn State formula right there.
Yeah, and I think with Penn State, it's so hard because you look at James Franklin and he's had so much success, right? But when they play top 10 teams, and this is an actual stat, they are 4-19. That is not good. For a team that should be almost top 10 every year, to be 4-19 against top 10 teams, that's bad. And so it's hard to be we need to get rid of this guy because he has had so much success. But if you can't get to the next step, which is where Penn State needs to be, I don't know how much longer you can hold on to him and be okay with what has happened.
Yeah, and I mean, I still feel like the road to the semifinal was very, very just mediocre, because they played who? They played SMU, who was in a whiteout. If you can't beat SMU at home in a whiteout, then you shouldn't even have a program. I think Brian Casser could cook up a game plan that could take out SMU. I mean, and then you play Ashton Jeanty, and here's my thing with Jeanty. He's been so used to playing in a just cupcake conference that I think you look at the rest of their team, 0 weapons anywhere. So I think Penn State had the perfect game plan. It's not that hard. Stop the run. So when you throw 7, 8 guys in the box, it shouldn't be too difficult to stop the run, and that's exactly what they did. And then they played Notre Dame, and they choked. So
100%. Yeah, I think one of the things with Ashton Jeanty, a lot of people are like, oh, he, when he plays good teams, okay, 1, his O-line is just not anywhere near Big Ten level, and 2, you're playing probably one of the best D-lines in the country. It's hard to go from playing teams like Colorado State, like Air Force, San Jose State, to playing a Big Ten defense that just their whole goal is to stop you, right? Yeah. Because they knew going into the game, their number one game plan is to give the ball to Ashton Jeanty. So if you just focus 3 guys on Ashton Jeanty every single time, you can blow up that O-line.
Yeah, but I mean, on the other side of things, as much as I hate to see it, it really does look like Ohio State is probably going to win the national title.
Yeah, 100%.
They've been so dominant. They've clobbered everyone. I mean, the Tennessee game wasn't close.
Nope.
Oregon was not close.
Not at all.
And then they get into a thriller against Texas, and it comes down to some of the worst play calling I've ever seen.
Oh,
Steve,
so frustrating.
what the heck are you doing? Why are we running a pitch at a pistol on the 1 yard line? And then the cherry on top, Jack Sawyer, who hasn't won anything in his life, gets some off the freaking backside pressure and strip sack, scoop and score for the win, which I'm not going to lie, if Ohio State wins the national title, that's probably going to be one of the greatest plays in program history.
100%.
Probably one of the most significant moments in the state of Ohio's history. And I mean, it pains me because Jack Sawyer, he's just a salty little Buckeye that, you know, he can't beat Michigan and whatever. But here's my thing, you know, who cares about Ohio State Notre Dame? Let's watch Michigan NIU for the national title. You know, that I feel like that should be the pregame for the actual national title. Michigan NIU, because that's going to be an absolute war. I mean, but you know, my prediction: Ohio State is going to get it done and take out Notre Dame in the national title.
You know, I really want the Notre Dame to win, and I think they have a shot, right? I think they can beat Ohio State. Do I think they will? Probably not. But I think Riley Leonard has shown that he can be a good enough quarterback to win. I think it really is just up to the defense if they can stop Ohio State's passing game. Like that's truly going to be the deciding factor on if Notre Dame can win, is how well they can stop the pass. If they can have a shot. If they can, I don't think they have a chance, honestly. In my personal opinion.
You know, let's is there anything in MLB you want to talk about? How about that Soto signing?
Oh, the big Soto signing. I think, okay. You know, I'm a big baseball guy, and this is what I think. I think that Juan Soto is a great player, but I don't know if that's a lot of money. He got paid almost $700 million. That's a lot of money. That's a whole roster for 2 years for a team like the Mets. I don't know how much value you're going to get out of him. You know, he is still young, but he can't field. He's not a good base runner. He's a very one-dimensional player, and he's very good at it. But I feel like in the past couple of years, he really hasn't been the level that people think he is. Last year he was good, but the 2 years before that, I mean, he had an 870 OPS, and that's an above average player. I don't see for me personally as a Braves fan, I wouldn't want my team to sign Juan Soto, right? Because that's so many players that you can get just wiped away because you sign Juan Soto. And I think that the Mets have a tendency to sign players for a large amount of money and it not work out. But I hope it works out for their sake, but I don't know. It's going to be sus.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really get more snake-like than that. I mean, I am a Tigers fan. However, I do support the Yankees just because, you know, I'm a big Aaron Judge guy. And to me, you know, you go to the Yankees, you play 1 year, you go to the World Series, and, you know, you lose in devastating fashion. And what do? You sign a mega deal to go play for the Mets. And, you know, I'm not a big fan of the signing. You know, no one's, you know, discrediting what Soto's done and how great of a player he is. But at the end of the day, $700 million for a guy like Soto, I mean, come on. He's, you know, I can understand if maybe we're talking about, you know, a young guy, just an absolute just monster, whether he's, you know, a hitter or a pitcher. It's someone like Ohtani. Soto, I don't feel like he's at that level. And I mean, you know, it's gonna be weird to see where. I mean, they play in a hard, you know, conference, and I mean, you know, giving all that money to him, it's almost like you're banking on Soto turning out to be one of the greatest players in Mets history.
Yep.
And if he's not, then you just wasted so much money. You know, good luck with the rebuild because you're going to be in serious debt paying Soto $700 million.
Yeah, and with that, it's you know, you're paying him so much. How much value do you truly get out of paying someone $70 million? I mean, you can sign 3 great players for $70 million, but instead you get 1. And baseball's such an interesting sport because one player can only do so much, right? You can have Shohei Ohtani on your team, right? But if you have no one around him, like we saw with the Angels, they had Shohei and Mike Trout, and they did nothing. You need more than one player, and I just don't think the Mets have that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm actually curious to see how the Mets do, you know, with Soto. I mean, we obviously saw he had some huge monster games for the Yankees down the stretch. But, you know, how is he going to look, you know? With no Aaron Judge this time, you know, no Juan Carlos Stanton. how's he going to look just batting, He's going to have a lot more attention on, I feel. So
Now, but I want to go back to some old Inside the Huddle. I said we make some predictions for the divisional.
Okay.
Let's start with, I think, going to be the most boring game to watch, the Texans versus the Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs here. I believe that's not going to be close. I got the Chiefs winning about 28 to 10. I think the Chiefs are going to play classic Chiefs. They're going to be playing keep away the whole game.
I completely agree. I don't think C.J. Stroud is very good. I think he's shown this year that he's not that he's not good, but I think that he's definitely
Overrated.
Overrated, yeah. And I think he's a little overhyped. And I do think the Chiefs are not that good, and the Chiefs are definitely beatable, but I don't think the Texans are the team to beat the Chiefs.
Ravens-Bills, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be in Buffalo, correct? Buffalo or Baltimore?
I think it's in Buffalo because I think
it's in Buffalo. Yeah, it's in Buffalo. And here's my thing. I don't know if Lamar can get over the hump. But what I do think is that the hump is not there yet. The hump is Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I think the Bills, Josh Allen, he's not enough. To make a playoff run, you can't just have one guy. And I think the Ravens team is they're too overwhelming. Give me the Ravens in a close scoring game. I do think that they might pull away, win by a score.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the best game probably of the playoffs. This game is so good. I wish this could be the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You have two offenses that are just blowing teams out and two defenses that are pretty good. I think this is going to be a very high-scoring matchup.
Yeah.
But I think I have to give it to the Ravens, too. I think the duo between Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry is just too unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they can truly focus on the run game, I think they can get it done, even in Buffalo.
Yeah, then we got the Commanders going to Ford Field to play the Lions.
Boy.
I don't think this one's going to be close. I think from the get-go, the Lions, we've seen how battered their defense has been. They got a lot of guys coming back. David Montgomery looks like he's going to be back in some carries. Honestly, the step Jahmyr Gibbs has taken in the past couple of weeks, I think that he's just going to run all over the Commanders' defense. Jaden Daniels, I think the Lions' game plan is probably going to be blitz Daniels, and as a rookie quarterback, make him make difficult throws, make him, be a superstar. And I think the Lions' offense is just too dominant. I have the Lions. It's probably going to be high scoring up until about the second half, and I think the Lions are going to pull away. It's probably going to be about 35, 21 Lions.
Yeah, I completely agree. And watching the Bucs game, their plan was pretty simple. Was to pressure Jaden Daniels, make him make bad throws. And I'm not saying he did a bad job. Obviously, they won the game. But on the plays where they really pressured him, he didn't look very comfortable. And I think that with the Lions defense that's done very well at the beginning of the year, struggled a little bit recently, I think they can still easily apply very, very consistent and good pressure. And I think that Aaron Glenn's defense can do that. And I think they're going to make Jaden Daniels look not so good. I think that they're just going to give him so much pressure, and I don't think it's really going to be a close game. I think the Lions are going to take this one with ease.
Yeah, then we go over to Philly, and they play Rams. I'm just going to keep this short. I don't see really the Rams winning. I think it's just going to be dominance from the Eagles again, kind of the keep-away style they've been playing recently, and I think they're just going to overwhelm the Rams.
I think it's the first time I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think the Eagles are a good team, but they're so, disoriented, it looks like sometimes. They just... I don't know. I don't like the way their offense has looked recently. Saquon has been slowed down a lot, and I guess you could say maybe not run the ball as much, but their offense just looks just not very good. And I think the Rams, if the Rams can give the ball to Kyren Williams, Cooper Kupp, and Puka Nacua all game long, I think they have a shot, and I think they're going to do it. So my one upset prediction here is that the Rams are going to beat the Eagles.
Okay, I guess we'll have to see. Do you want to hop over to WWE now?
I think we should.
Yeah. Recently with Raw and SmackDown, Raw actually moving over to Netflix, we've seen a lot. If you want to just kind of talk about what's going on with Raw recently, we watched that CM Punk beat Seth Rollins in what was a great match. Roman Reigns defeating Solo Sikoa what is it, tribal combat.
Yeah, the tribal combat match for the Ulafala.
Yeah, the Ulafala. Jey Uso gets a skeptical win against Drew McIntyre, and then Rhea Ripley regains her championship. I hope that the Roman Reigns Solo Sikoa feud is over. As much as I like Solo Sikoa, I feel like they're going to need Jacob Fatu against Roman Reigns in the future. That's just, the Samoan werewolf is just he's going to pose more of a threat to Roman Reigns, and I think we're all just getting tired of watching the same Solo Sikoa brings out, the Ulafala and just mangles some dude on SmackDown for Roman Reigns. And,
oh, yeah, 100%.
We're all getting tired of it. So hopefully this is done and we can move on to something else.
Yeah, but I feel like they'll have one more match probably. I don't know if that's a Royal Rumble or if it's at a Saturday Night Live or something like that. But I think they'll have one more match where Roman Reigns will defeat Solo Sikoa without any interference in that. I think it'll be done. A big one that people have been talking about a lot is obviously Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. I think that one is good, but I think it's getting a little old. I think they'll obviously give Liv her rematch at some point, but I don't think it'll be a close matchup. I think Rhea will win and then should move on to something else.
Yeah, I mean, my only issue is I just feel like Liv, she just doesn't have enough star power to compete with Rhea. That's my only thing. And it's just like, I feel like the only, you got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I feel like them two and Rhea Ripley, at a certain point, we're just going to have to start feuding those because they're like, maybe Becky Lynch gets a return, but
Charlotte Flair, I've heard.
Charlotte Flair, we need to get some people that can actually have some, high popularity feuds with Rhea Ripley because I just don't think Liv Morgan is at that level yet.
No. And then CM Punk, Seth Rollins, that was a fantastic matchup. That was, honestly, this Raw, to me, felt like a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it really did.
It did. I mean, there was a lot, all the matches were great. Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre was a little underwhelming. I didn't like the finish.
Yeah, finish to me was very, very bad, but...
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of putting Drew McIntyre in the dumps right now, but the CM Punk, Seth Rollins, fantastic match. That's what you look for in a main event match. It was just fantastic. It was something that you watch and you're like, that was a fantastic match.
True. It was a classic. And then we had John Cena coming back, announcing he will be competing in the Royal Rumble. Any Rumble predictions? Who you got winning?
I think I have to take John Cena. I truly do think that John Cena will win. I'm trying to think who else could even. Who else is going to make a run? I think Seth Rollins could have a pretty good shot. I think he'll make it pretty far. I think Solo Sikoa will make it pretty far. I mean, obviously they love Solo Sikoa there, so I think that those three will probably be in the top 5, something like that, the last 5 remaining. But I think that John Cena will get it done because I think that he needs a match. He needs a main event at WrestleMania.
I'm actually gonna take a sleeper here. I'm gonna take Randy Orton.
Randy, okay,
coming back, and I think he's gonna spoil Cena's return. And that might set up maybe Cena's retirement match with the greatest enemy he ever faced, Randy Orton. That's my prediction. We will actually be there.
Oh yeah, we'll be at the Royal Rumble, watching it live.
Who knows? You might see a video thrown up on the channel. But yeah, I mean, WWE, it's been really great recently. You got guys on SmackDown who you got the LA Knights, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Come back.
It's really looking good. So I'm excited for the future of WWE. Logan Paul, he's a full-time
dude. He's back. He's back now.
He's a full-time member. So I mean, I'm really stoked. I also hope though. I think it's time for Cody Rhodes to drop the belt.
Yep. 100%.
It's just I'm so done with every SmackDown.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes comes out, cuts a promo, and then next thing you know, we got something on the big screen, and it's Kevin Owens in a car with his championship talking about. How he's going to get revenge or something like that. And, I think we're all just tired of it. We need him. Honestly, I wouldn't hate a Kevin Owens championship run.
Yeah.
But I think they're just missing a big-time heel, and that's what they had with Roman. Without a heel, his reign just hasn't seemed, amazing.
Yeah, there hasn't been any, matchups where I seriously thought that Cody Rhodes could actually, lose the belt. There hasn't been very many matches where I'm I think Cody Rhodes could lose here. And I think he'll lose it at WrestleMania, probably to whoever wins the Royal Rumble, unless they pick Gunther. But I feel like if you're winning the Royal Rumble, you're probably going to want to face Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Take that from him. But, all right, I think it's time. we move to some games here. We have some interesting stuff. So what do you want to start with here?
We can just ease in that first one right there. Choose one per row.
Okay, here we go. So this is a little interesting, but we're on the topic of food here. Now, I want to hear what you think.
So we're looking top row. This is definitely the main course here. We got the burger, tacos, and chicken sandwich. Right off the rip, it's going to come down to what I'm feeling. I'm going to take away that chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Because here's my deal. If I like chicken sandwich, you got to be in the right mood for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it has the star power of burger and tacos.
Yeah.
But looking at the rest of this board, I really think I'm going to go burger here.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I love my Mexican. There's something about a good old burger that, you got to love it.
100%, yeah.
So, then we move down. I'm not taking sweet potato fries, and I won't be taking the nachos. Give me the fries as
classic.
well.
The classic.
Burger and fries. Come on, man. Well, it doesn't get much better than that.
It's like peanut butter and jelly.
And then, I don't think I'll be indulging in some Tres Leches butter cake. Sadly.
Yeah,
And, if you want a sundae, I say why not go brownie? I'm going to go brownie because it's like the evolution of a sundae. You got that on top of a brownie. It looks great.
All right. So, I think I agree with you. I think the first one for me is tacos. I'm not a huge taco guy. I think they're good, but I think I have to go with the burger as well. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. A good chicken sandwich is nice, but I feel like a chicken sandwich isn't as filling as a burger. Yeah. When I think meal, I don't really think of chicken sandwich. I feel like a nice big juicy burger. There's not much better in the world. Mm-hmm. It truly is. Now, I'm a big sweet potato fries guy. I don't know why, but I just love them. And I think that if I had the option, I think I would choose sweet potato fries over normal fries and nachos. I just feel like the burger, you can't really have nachos. It's just
it's just gonna offset your palate.
Yeah, it's just not the right thing. And then brownie or sundae. But I feel like you can put a sundae on a brownie, but I feel like a nice classic sundae, there's not much better than it. So I think I'm going to have to go sundae as well. Right. So I think burger, sweet potato, sundae is the way to go here on this one.
I can't be mad at that.
No, not at all.
So if up next you want to do maybe, build the perfect quarterback, we have that here. All right. So this graphic, it's giving us field vision, arm strength, accuracy and touch, toughness, pocket presence, and scrambling. We can go category for category here.
Yeah, fine.
If we're doing modern, do you want to do modern?
Yeah.
Or fine?
Yeah, we usually do modern.
Okay. Field vision here. Yeah, I feel like it has Patrick Mahomes up there. I'm gonna have to agree. I don't know if it gets much better than Patrick Mahomes in terms of field vision. The way he sees the field is unbelievable. I'm just gonna have to go with Patrick Mahomes. Nothing more I can say.
I think, while I do hate on this person a lot, I think I'm going to have to go with Jared Goff. Now, Jared Goff has had one game this year where he's been bad. I think that the Texans game, that was bad. But other than that, he has not thrown very many picks, and he's been very
accurate.
Safe, calm, comfortable throws, and I think that's what you're looking for in a QB.
Yeah, Jared Goff would probably be my second choice.
A QB that takes his time with his throws and really looks at where he's going. Jared Goff doesn't like to throw contested balls. Jared Goff likes to throw the easy, the simple ones, and I think that's part of why they've been so successful this year is because they have the talent, and they have Jared Goff who knows to just not force balls and just take the easy completion.
All right, arm strength here. It also has Josh Allen. I'm going to be going Josh Allen. Unless you want to say Baker Mayfield, I just think Josh Allen's got absolute cannon, so I will be taking him for arm strength.
If we're on the topic of arm strength, it says nothing about arm strength accuracy, so I'm gonna have to go with quite the wild card here. We're gonna go with Joe Milton. Joe Milton has an absolute cannon. Dude throws laser beams, and now he's not. Well, he actually did look kind of good, but dude has a rocket arm. I'm just gonna be honest. He the way he throws the ball. It is. Dude, he can launch it.
Yeah, I remember we subbed him in end of a Michigan-Ohio State game, and he went out there and threw an 80-yard interception. I was like, this guy's got a cannon.
Yeah, so he may not be there accuracy-wise, but we're just talking about arm strength. I think Joe Milton's that guy. If you're looking at pure just strength, arm power, Joe Milton, 100%.
Actually, touch. Here it says Aaron Rodgers. Current day Aaron Rodgers.
I think 5 years ago you could say that. Now, not so much.
I'm going to disagree here. I think I'm going to take, this is where I take Joe Burrow. I feel like in terms of accuracy, Joe Burrow is top of the line, and I mean, I feel like you very rarely see Joe Burrow miss throws, and I feel like he's throwing dots every time, he drops back. So give me Joe Burrow for touch and accuracy.
Touch and accuracy. I think
Could
here,
go Jared Goff.
I would say you probably could go Jared Goff again too. I think I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes here. I think we're so used to Patrick Mahomes, and we don't really recognize how good he is at just getting the ball to the receiver. I don't think he makes very many bad throws. He's just a consistent QB. So I think I'm going to use Patrick Mahomes here. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I feel like you could use Patrick Mahomes for any of these.
Yeah.
But I think this is where I'm going to use him.
Toughness. It has Joe Burrow. I'm going to disagree here. Every
time
Joe Burrow gets sacked, he has
I'm not sure if Joe Burrow's the movie. I don't know why
he has a bruised finger or something like that. Toughness. Once again, I think I'm going to have to go Josh Allen. I mean, the guy is just an absolute powerhouse. And, I mean, for as much as he runs, still to just pop back up every time and just, want to win. Actually, you know what? Scrap that. Give me Baker Mayfield.
Dang it, dude. You took mine,
Baker Mayfield's toughness.
Dang it.
Guys, and, he just wants to win, man.
Dude, he
His
does.
Toughness is just on another level. He's just got so much grit. And, I mean, he's sneaky athletic, too.
Yeah, you actually took my and say that. Watching that game, there's no one that wants to win more and gives it their all than Baker Mayfield. When Baker Mayfield goes out there, he gives 100%.
I saw someone say he plays every game like it's his last.
Yeah,
I would 100% agree there.
Yeah.
So.
Whereas, there's some of the times you look, you're like, Baker just slide down. But he ran right over Bobby Wagner in that Commanders game. He's tough. So I think because you took Baker Mayfield, I'm going to have to go with Josh Allen. The dude's missed one game in his entire career, and I'm sure he's been hurt. He's just one of those guys that does not like to miss games. He likes to be out there. He likes to play. And, if he has pain, he just plays through it. So I think I'm going to have to take Josh Allen there.
Pocket presence. It says Patrick Mahomes here. Definitely could go Mahomes. I'm going to mix it up. I'm actually going to go Matt Stafford. And
okay.
I'm going to go Matt Stafford because I feel like, man, it's just installed in his brain to know just when to get rid of the football. Because, watching your team play Matt Stafford, you get so close to so many sacks, and it's just he's so aware of his surroundings. It's so hard for him to just go down. So give me Matt Stafford. He's underrated and he's got a crazy IQ.
Yeah. Honestly, but I think if you make Matt Stafford about 10 years younger, give him some more speed, I think he could truly be an elite QB. I think his pocket presence is great. It's just he's a little slow at this age. But for mine, pocket presence, I think, this one's kind of tough. I think I'm going to go with, honestly, this one's kind of a tough one. I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson here. Now, I could have used Lamar Jackson for scrambling, but Lamar Jackson is very good at evading sacks and being able to get out of the pocket when the pocket's collapsing. Just watching him play, Lamar Jackson does not get sacked very often. He's so elusive, and I guess you could call that kind of scrambling. But I think that also has to do with his pocket presence. I think he's always alert, and he's always not looking to scramble, but he knows that's always an option. So I think he's very good at being able to get out of the pocket and to evade sacks. I think that's a big strength of his.
And for scrambling here, I'm going to take Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
And you would say, well, why are you not taking Lamar, Jaden Daniels? I just feel like Anthony Richardson, he's just more of a purebred runner than those guys.
And he's not afraid to take hits, too.
Yeah, he's not afraid to take hits.
He will lower his shoulder at any point. I've seen him do it so many times.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson's just a tank, man.
Yeah, and he's huge, too. He is ginormous. I think, scrambling. I think I'm going to have to go with Jaden Daniels. He's so quick. He's elusive. He's shifty. He's all that you want in a scrambling quarterback. I think he does a great job, and I think that's why they've been so successful this year as well. I think his ability to get out of the pocket and run for yards has been huge for him, considering they don't have the best weapons. So I think him being able to scramble adds a whole other layer to the defensive game plan that helps out his wide receivers a lot. All right, what do we do next? You want to do like one or two more?
Yeah, let's do a build a lineup.
Okay. All right. Which one? Colts? All time?
Let's go all time.
Let's go all time.
All right.
This one's an interesting one.
Build a lineup for $15 or with $15. All right. So looking at this graphic here, QB, running back, 2 receivers, and a tight end. If I'm just looking, you know, you got Brady up there, you got Barry Sanders, Jerry Rice, Fitzgerald at the 5. I think is very awful. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they put him at the 5. Like, he's good, right? He doesn't drop the ball, but like over Calvin Johnson's kind of crazy. Calvin Johnson's a freak.
Yeah. I'm actually. Do you want to? All right. Do you want to like take turns? So I can take a quarterback, and once I take him, you can't.
That's
take...
fine. That's fine.
All right. So we'll just.
We can go snake style.
All right. You know, first pick. I think the most value you're going to see here is going to be Dan Marino, $1 QB.
Okay.
Dan Marino, freaking dog. If you ever, I mean, the guy throws absolute lasers. You know, I'm going to take. I feel like for $1 too, it just sets me up for success for the rest of it. So.
All right. I think I'm going to go the same route as you. I'm going to go cheap here. My boy Drew Brees, former Purdue quarterback. Drew Brees, okay, most people don't think Drew Brees is that good. It took Tom Brady like 4 more years to beat Drew Brees' passing yard record.
Yeah, Drew Brees is nasty.
Drew Brees is the definition of a pocket QB. I mean, honestly, no one on this list can run. Dude, especially who's got cement in his feet. But he has just complete pocket presence. He's small, and even though he's small, like he was just so consistent. He's almost like a Jared Goff, but like a better. Like he's just, you're not gonna have him scramble out there, but if you give him time to sit in the pocket, there's not many people better, and I think Drew Brees is perfect for that. Running back, I think
we should be able to. You can bounce around too. I think so. You can go.
Oh, okay, but I like that. I think because you said that, I think I'm gonna have to take Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson, dude, that dude is just an absolute freak. Watching him play, if you just go watch film on him, dude, you have to double cover him. No matter where he is. Dude is so tall, so fast, so strong. He jumps so high. He is the definition of an elite monster wide receiver. If you're looking, I think honestly, besides Moss and Rice, I think he's the best receiver on here. And I think for $4, I'm gonna take that every day of the week.
And I feel like if it comes down to a game, if you could have any receiver, I personally want Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just the impact he has is just it's unbelievable.
Yeah, 100%.
So I get to go back to back here. You know, I got $14 left, and I think if you're going Calvin Johnson, then I gotta go Barry Sanders.
Ooh.
I gotta take, you know, the
Greatest
GOAT
running back of all time.
The GOAT.
So shifty.
I mean, the guy was unbelievable. You know, Walter Payton for 3 is a good snack. So is LT for 1. I just gotta go Barry because I need that. I need that stud.
He's so good.
And I'm actually gonna drop down to tight end here.
Okay.
You know, I got $9 left. I'm gonna take my boy Gronk. Gronk for 4. I feel like he should be the 5, but Gonzalez has left a great legacy.
But
Gronk,
I think
is just a monster.
Yeah,
Man.
you can't stop Gronk.
He's a beast. So sadly I don't get the Brady Gronk duo, but Marino Gronk should be pretty good. So.
All right, well, I got $9 for a running back, receiver, and a tight end, and I get to go back to back here. I think my 2 picks are going to be Walter Payton, 1.
Oh, there you go.
Another
sweetness.
Beast. I think you could argue that Emmitt Smith might be better, but I personally like Walter Payton, who's just a dog. And then I think I'm just to top it off. Randy Moss. I think I'm gonna have the most elite, dominant wide receiver duo of all time. If you had those two on the same team, what do you even do? Like, there's nothing you can do. They're both like what 6'5" plus. Like that's unreal. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna have to go Randy Moss with Walter Payton there, which means I got $2 left for my tight end, and you got.
I got $5 left
for
two receivers.
Okay.
I'm thankful you didn't take this guy since we can only go 1 per receiver row. I'm gonna go T.O. and then I'm gonna go Antonio Brown.
Dude, prime Antonio Brown's a menace, dude. He's good.
So those are just two absolute stallions right there. You know, T.O., he was kind of a baby. Well, you know, he came before Megatron, but, you know, I feel like he's kind of like if Megatron had a little brother. Yeah. And then Antonio Brown was just, I mean, the guy was Antonio Brown, so, I mean.
So that means I get left my last tight end, Shannon Sharp.
Onk, dude. You know, I'm going to be honest here. I don't know what they were thinking. You know, let's just throw Jason Witten.
I was going to say, Witten's an interesting pick. I feel like there's a lot more people you could have put on that.
I mean, he's not
Jason,
bad, but you know.
He's more of like a third down possession kind of tight end guy.
I'm surprised they didn't put like Jimmy Graham would have been more respectable.
Yeah.
But, you know, Jason Witten, dude.
So the lineup, we got Drew Brees, Walter Payton, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Shannon Sharp. I think that's an elite lineup right there.
We got Dan Marino, Barry Sanders, Terrell Owens, A.J. Brown, and Gronk.
A.J. Brown?
Or Antonio Brown.
Dude,
Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk's a freak.
Gronk's
that's who I wanted. Because I was going to go Antonio Brown and then Gronk. But.
You know we never recapped? What? NBA.
Oh, yeah, we did too.
I mean, if you want to...
But I guess we're actually moving back to some NBA because we completely forgot about it. It's just a whiff right there.
Could do some hoop grid.
You can
immaculate grid.
Yeah.
Well, and talk about the NBA.
Yeah, start off here if you want to kind of recap anything big.
You know, Cavaliers looking like the best team in the league.
Yep. Playing unreal. You know, I think a big reason why they don't have a star. They don't have that guy. I feel like teams are so worried about having like that guy on their team. When you have a team full of selfless players that are all good, I think that's when you find the best lineups. And that's what they're doing right now.
Other headlines, I mean, Wemby's looking like a stud. You know, Lakers are just same old Lakers, you know, probably going to scapegoat J.J. Redick. The Pistons have a winning record. You know, that's a playoff team right there. Yeah. You know, Luka just recently got ruled out. He can't win the MVP award because he missed so many games. Yeah. I'm so happy that rule's in place.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
I've never seen why people don't like that rule. It's like, dude, the award is most valuable player. And you know what they say? The best ability
is availability.
So if you're not playing games, you're not valuable to your team.
I mean, besides that, you know, there's nothing really else to cover. I mean,
no, it's been just a normal week in the NBA. Nothing really crazy. I mean, other than my Charlotte Hornets being about the worst team I've ever seen. They just continually lose games. It's like hard to watch, you know. But I see like the Instagram updates because obviously, you know, I follow the Hornets, and I couldn't tell you the last time I saw the win. Let's look back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm not seeing a win on here. I'm going to be completely honest. Have you seen one yet?
Hornets Pacers.
They beat the Hornets. I think the last time they won was December 8th. I'm being dead serious. It's been a rough year. I don't know. Yikes. Not good. Nah.
You want to hop up? We can run up some maybe hoop grid, immaculate grid possibly.
Yeah.
Let's just do immaculate grid first.
Okay.
You know,
okay. See what we can get done on that.
Immaculate grid. See what we can do. You know, what should we make the goal here? Combined. We'll go baseball, men's basketball, women's basketball, and football. That's 4. We'll say if we can get 25 from those 4. We're going to try our best in women's basketball, you know, show respect to the ladies. Baseball, you're really going to have to take over here because I don't know what's going on about baseball here. But.
All right, so here we go. All right, we'll start with baseball. I will try my best. I'm not guaranteeing, you know, but I'm a Braves fan, so this should help out on this one. But looking at it, I don't know what it is.
It's gonna have to be all you, man.
My God. Okay, we are not starting out on a strong note here because I'm kind of struggling. I'll try to get the outside here for us real quick. Can't spell. That's all right. I'll see how many. We're also not going for like hard ones. I mean, we'll try it because they're more fun, but like I'm not gonna go out of my way to like get one that's overly hard.
The Diamondbacks, dude.
Boy, Luis Gonzalez. All right. Okay, it's wide. You know, honestly, looking at this, I think I'm gonna need more time to think about this. So we'll move on to something else.
Men's basketball here.
And then I'll think about it.
Okay.
Oh,
finally, you know, my department here.
Spurs, Lakers, Danny Green, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you also also do it for that too, so we can wait. Yeah, we can just wait because you can do it for both of these. So I feel like a Spurs Lakers should be kind of easy to get.
Yeah, just do it for Sixers, and because there's so many guys that have played on the Lakers. Okay.
Easy peasy there.
Let's see. 76ers only one team. You know, Joel Embiid.
Yeah. Take Joel there.
Okay, the Lakers only one team. Yeah, you got Austin Reeves. You got Bronny James.
Yeah. Let's go with
Show love to the Rook.
Exactly. Bronny James. Wow, 12%. Pretty high.
So the Heat, you know, the Heatles. I'm trying to think. I know Birdman's played for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
You know, Birdman. I don't know if he played for the Jazz. I'm gonna be honest here.
I don't think so. I got only one team. Who's that guy?
You got Mario Chalmers. I don't think he played for. Oh, Juwan Howard. That's a journeyman right there. He may have played for the Spurs. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing, but he may have.
We do have some misses. So. Okay. All right. Not a good start.
You know. Let's see.
Spurs. I feel like
Did
Lakers.
JaVale McGee play for the Jazz?
I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea.
Did Dwight Howard play for the Jazz?
I don't think so.
Shoot.
Jazz are hurting us here. Did Gordon Hayward play for the Sixers at one point? No, he went to the Celtics, didn't he?
Yeah. Did he play for the Heat?
I don't. Where'd he go after the Hornets?
He may have played for the Heat.
I feel like you're right.
No. I'm thinking of something Goran
Dragic.
Dragic. That dude.
Ooh, not doing so swell. I don't know if 25 is even possible here. Sadly.
Yeah, you know, not our best immaculate grade here.
No. All right, we'll move on to women's basketball.
Let's see what we
now.
can collect.
Oh no.
All right, the Fever.
Caitlin Clark.
That's Caitlin Clark right there. Caitlin Clark. Okay. The Lynx. Yeah. I know they have like some center.
Okay.
Seattle. Okay.
Storm. Who is Sue Bird, right?
Sue Bird.
Right, I think.
Yeah, Sue Bird.
Yeah.
The Sky's Angel Reese's team. You know.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't. Ugh.
25. You know, maybe we'll go for 20.
Yeah, I think 25 might be a little bit of a stretch there because that's 5 per. That's about good.
Yeah. I mean, you can just go to like links and then American just put in like some random letters. Let's just go through X.
Sylvia Fowles.
Okay, oh my!
You know, I'm actually a huge Sylvia Fowles fan.
Yeah. You know, if you want to just take a shot in the dark at somebody, links.
You know, I think Lauren Jackson did. Oh, okay.
Lauren Jackson. You know, I think she was a Sky and Links person. I think.
Oh well.
Lisa Leslie, the first dunk in women's history.
I think we should move on to football there.
Football. All right.
Oh.
Lions. The Lions and Saints is Reggie Bush.
Yep.
Weird that Reggie Bush actually played for the Lions. Lions Titans. There's definitely someone there. I'm trying to think.
You can do Frank Gore right here because he played for the Saints.
Yeah, Frank Gore. Okay, he never played for the Saints. Never mind.
What am I thinking of?
I have no idea. Did Tim Patrick play for the Titans?
No, he played for the Broncos.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who played for the Saints at the end of their career? Like that was like old, like a couple of years ago. That actually might have been Reggie Bush was who. But I think because Frank Gore played for the Lions, didn't he? At the end of his career,
did he?
I think I was thinking of Reggie Bush. Dang it! All right, we can go 5,000. I think Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, Calvin.
It'd be pretty bad if you didn't.
Niners. San Fran. I mean, you got
T.O.
Rice.
We'll just go Terrell Owens. Cowboys. You also could have done T.O. for that.
You got Jason Witten.
Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, anyone you want to take right there? Amari Cooper?
All right. Cowboys, Titans, 49ers, Titans. I don't think Mariota's played for
If
any
you're
of these
watching
teams.
this, you're like, yeah, these guys are casuals. I swear that we're not this bad.
I was just saying, you know,
Ed Mikan, ever heard of him? Didn't think so. That's actually a solo guess I got at Hoop Grids. Wow. I mean, Lions, Titans. It just
of course, I got the Titans. That's got to be one of the hardest teams. Dude.
Yeah.
Who plays for the Titans? Dude? A whole bunch of nobodies. Yeah. Wow. This is a bad performance right here. I cannot lie. This is bad.
There's got to be someone for the Niners and Saints.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe there's the one tight end, the Niners, Vernon Davis. I think he played for the Saints.
He definitely did not, but hey, can't hurt.
Gosh, Vernon Davis.
I think we just end this as probably one of the worst.
We can definitely get one of the. Yeah, this is definitely one of the worst. We can definitely get another men's basketball one.
This is
throw our guy out there, Tim Thomas, Lakers, Lakers, Jazz or Spurs.
Yeah. Well, you might not believe this. This might actually be one of our worst days we've ever had. This is horrible. Holy crap, I can't spell. I think this might be one of our worst days ever. This is just. This is bad. This is really bad.
Now, if we want to go only one team.
Yeah, I mean, we can just get that.
Tyler Hero.
I think we just ended off there.
We got one more guess.
Okay,
Lakers, Spurs, Ish Smith.
You know what? Yeah, Ish Smith, maybe. Oh, we'll just see some of these.
How do we not get Robert Ory? How do we not get Robert?
Yeah,
Ory?
the rest is okay.
Kelly Olynyk, dude. Chef Hornacek, dude. I completely forgot Malone played for the Lakers.
Yeah.
End of his career with the Unks.
Oh, sure. Zero pressure got that one. The rest. Ozuna, I pressure got that one too.
Let's see if we know anyone here.
No. Yeah. It'll be fouls.
Yeah. Not too sure who that is.
Football. I feel like
this is brutal.
AP. That's who I was thinking of. AP. Emmanuel Sanders.
That's right. Randy Moss played for the Titans. That's right.
DeMarco
Murray.
Oh, Brandon Cooks. That's probably should have won that one. I think that's what I was thinking of. I think Adrian Peterson played for the Saints.
Yeah.
I was thinking of one of those guys that played for a lot of teams.
His career. Yeah, I played for him. 17. Yeah. Shoot.
Well, I think that was a great first episode. We got a lot done. It's just
we'll see you in the next episode.
Stuff. Yeah, Ended it off here. Hopefully we can get this out by Friday. If not, probably Monday. New episode will be recorded next Tuesday. Hopefully be out by that Friday. And we'll keep going. We'll cover the divisional round, national championship. Yeah. Yep. Alrighty. Have a great day, everyone.